What's going on, Blue Crew? It's your boy Big Blue here again with another Borderlands 3 video. Today I have a boss killing build for you that melts Mayhem 10 bosses with ease. Took me a little bit to get everything together to work the way I wanted it to, but after I did, it just melted every boss that I came across. Hopefully this helps you guys get further into Mayhem 10 and get those legendaries that you're looking for to make your own builds. But without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump straight into that video. Okay, like I was saying, this build is mainly for bossing. You can mob with it, but with the Sandhawk, one of the major drawbacks that I see to it is the ammo consumption. In Borderlands 2, the Sandhawk was a SMG. Probably one of the most powerful SMGs in the game, if I'm being honest with you. But in Borderlands 3, it came back as a sniper rifle. And the fact that it came back as a sniper rifle, it made the ammo consumption just ridiculous. Before I get too far into the video, I do want to give a big shout out to the Discord. Mainly Jersey Ripper on this one, because he was the one who helped me get these Sandhawks that I'm using in this video. The save file will be below in the description. Just join my Discord and you'll be able to get that save file. In all the clips that you're going to see, I'm going to be using a Sandhawk with the consecutive hits, just for that damage ramp up. The damage ramp up with the consecutive hits on the Sandhawk is the perfect anointment, in my opinion, because you shoot multiple projectiles and they all increase that ramp up damage a lot faster. Sandhawk by itself does incredible damage, but with that consecutive hits anointment, it shreds everything. The Sandhawk drops from Katagawa Jr. on Promethea. That's where you can farm for this weapon if you're not on PC and you can't get my save file. Along with that consecutive hits on my Sandhawk, I am also using a Pearl. You know, the Pearl is also a consecutive hit, so those two together really shovel out some damage. And the main reason is because the Pearl, it is multiplicative damage instead of additional damage, which gives you that crazy damage increase. I'm also going to be using an Old God shield just to get as much elemental damage as I can out of it, because I am playing with Amara and we all know that Amara is an elemental powerhouse. The versions that I'm using of Old Gods will be matching elements. What I mean by matching elements, say I have a shock one that gives me 20% shock on the actual card, and then it has an anointment that adds another 20%, that adds another 50%. So it gives me 70% actual shock damage or fire damage, or whichever version that I'm using. I will go over that later when I go over the build. I was finally able to get my hands on like one of these Sandhawks that was decent. And even before I had the consecutive hits one, I had a 300% damage above 90% health. And that thing ripped even harder, honestly. But it's, you know, after you get past that 90% health threshold, that's where the damage really drops off. So I had to find a better way to actually down bosses, like Grave Ward in particular. Like I said, you will see me doing a lot of mobbing here, just to show you the mobbing capabilities if you were interested in using it that way. But again, this is mainly for bosses. The ammo consumption of this gun is just, it's too much. You won't be able to keep it up. If you guys do have a way I could keep up the ammo regen while doing this, leave it in the comments below so I can work on it and tweak some things to make this work a lot better, because I'm not sure exactly what I could use to get that ammo back. Alright, let's go down here and kill him. And see what I mean about that ramp up damage? How it starts smaller and it grows and grows. Show you another clip of Grave Ward here. The hardest thing with Grave Ward is the bullets, the projectiles that come from the Sandhawk take a little while to reach him. And if he moves, because you know after he does this, he actually moves back. Takes away some of my damage. That's why I didn't shoot right here. just so I could get him to come back down. I am using a driver also, but I'm not using a driver for the reason that you would think. But let's get into the build, guys. Alright guys, let's get into the build. So as you've seen, the boss killing build, I'm using the Sandhawk. Can't go wrong with the Sandhawk. Sandhawk is a crazy good gun. So glad they brought it back in Borderlands 3 from Borderlands 2. I'm a little upset they brought it back as a sniper. But if you use one with the consecutive hits along with the Pearl, you've seen the damage. It's crazy. I have two versions of it here. I have a fire version and I have a shock version. Depending on what boss you're killing, the only differences I would tell you to make would be to switch your shield out. Getting 70% incinerate from this one. I was getting 70% shock from the other one. I have some other variants that will be in the save also. Just make sure you switch your shield out and switch out and use the other version of the Sandhawk, and you can kill any boss, honestly. I'm also using a spiritual driver because it has that weapon damage and that sniper rifle damage. Big increase in my damage overall. Using the Pearl, of course, like I said. I'm using this Quasar just because of that shock damage. But again, when you're switching your elements, just switch your element on here too. I'll have all this in the save. Looking at the actual skill tree, 3 points in the steady hands. Got 5 points in the anima, 5 points in Tempest, 2 points in Wildfire, just so I could go farther down the tree. That's the only use of the Wildfire I have here. 1 point in the Dread, 1 point in Deep Well, 3 points in the Indiscriminate. So if you watch those clips, you see me hit those critical shots and people explode around them. That's because of Indiscriminate. It doesn't actually show the bullets hitting them, but they actually do ricochet. 5 points in the Sustainment, which will give me that life steal to keep me alive. And I have Forceful Expression just to get some more elemental damage out of whatever action skill I'm using. Only points I have in the Brawl tree are going to be those 3 personal space points. I always try to have personal space in my builds. You guys know this if you've been watching me for a while. And in the Mythical Assault tree, 1 point in Do Harm, 3 into Fast Hands, 2 into Violent Tapestry, 5 into Restless, 3 into Transcend, 1 into Ascendant, 3 into Laid Bare and into Wrath for that extra damage. From Rest for that fire rate so I can down those bosses faster. Remnant for those Remnant orbs that do crazy damage. I always have Remnant in my builds too. And I have Avatar as the last skill I have in this skill tree. That is the build, guys. Told you it was going to be a quick little overview of the build. Like always, Blue Crew, stay medicated, stay elevated. To the next video. Peace.